Master Spring Boot 3 Spring Framework 6 with Java, Coupon Review. Are you looking for the best course to teach you learn Spring and Spring Boot from zero? In this course, you will be learning from Ranga Karanam, has over 20 years of expertise in the technology and programming, who teaches you to learn to build 5 Java Spring Boot projects such as REST API, Full Stack React, Docker AWS, with Spring Data JPA, Spring Security Testing. Try this course today if you're interested in Master Spring Boot 3 Spring Framework 6 with Java. What is Spring Boot? Spring Boot is an open-source Java-based framework used to create a microservice. It is developed by Pivotal Team and is used to build standalone and production-ready Spring applications. This chapter will give you an introduction to Spring Boot and familiarizes you with its basic concepts. Spring Boot provides a good platform for Java developers to develop a standalone and production-grade Spring application that you can just run. You can get started with minimum configurations without the need for an entire Spring configuration setup. Advantages. Spring Boot offers the following advantages to its developers: easy to understand and develop Spring applications, increases productivity, reduces the development time. Goals. Spring Boot is designed with the following goals: to avoid complex XML configuration in Spring, to develop a production-ready Spring applications in an easier way, to reduce the development time and run the application independently, offer an easier way of getting started with the application. Why you should learn Spring Boot. Why Spring Boot? Spring Boot removes a lot of hassle and boilerplate from Java coding. It makes Java code fluid and concise without trading scalability. Spring Boot offers many advantages to developers, such as easy to understand and develop Spring applications, increases productivity, flexible configuration of Java beans, XML and database transactions, reduces the development time, everything is auto-configured. What you will learn from Master Spring Boot 3 Spring Framework 6 with Java. Gain the knowledge necessary to build a web application, REST API and full stack application with Spring Boot and Spring Frameworks. Master fundamentals of Spring Framework. Spring Framework the modern way. Discover Spring Boot, auto configuration, Spring Initializer and starter projects. Developing Java Spring applications. Learn Spring Boot Web, Spring Boot Data JPA projects. Create from scratch a real-time application using React and Spring Boot. Becoming the go-to guy for fixing Java Spring Framework is a goal you should strive for. Understand Spring Boot, Maven, Eclipse, JUnit, and Mockito. Instructor, the founder of In 28 Minutes. Ranga Karanam has over 20 years of expertise in the technology industry, specifically in the areas of architecture, design, and programming. Duration: 24.5 hours of on-demand video and 24 lectures lessons. Who is Master Spring Boot 3 Spring Framework 6 with Java for? Beginner Java programmer, no previous experience required. Anyone who wants to learn Spring and Spring Boot frameworks from zero. Everyone who wants to learn build web application, REST API, or a full stack application.